Hey campers, we're getting ready to hike in the woods. So put your boots on, we're gonna go for a hike. We're gonna be heading down this trail here at Apple Ridge. We're going to be going down the Moonshine Hollow Trail. See what we can find. This is one of my favorite spots here, right at the beginning of the Moonshine Hollow Trail, because there's so much diversity, so many different things right in this one little spot. And if you saw our neighbor's dog Copper run by there. There's so much here, including two little creeks that come down together and all these plants that are growing. So what we're going to do today is talk about what plants are growing year-round. So in order for plants to be producers and to make their own food, they have to be green. So let's take a look at these two plants over here. The first plant that we have is called a mountain laurel. Its leaves are very glossy and dark, and that when they're young, they're a lighter color. And the next plant over is actually a different one. Its leaves are much bigger and also dark. And if you look really closely here, it's getting ready to flower. And it has very beautiful flowers. So this first plant here is called a rhododendron. Some people call them rhodo for short. These are the flower clusters that are getting ready to open on the mountain laurel. Now both of these shrubs, they're kind of growing together here, are evergreen, which means they don't lose their leaves in the fall. So they can actually go through photosynthesis and produce their own food all year round. So that is pretty special. Now what we're going to do is take a look at a tree that would lose its leaves in the fall, and that would be considered deciduous. And here's a good example right here. This is a maple tree. Maples are very common, and there's different types that grow here in the mountains, and I believe this one is a sugar maple. So it's growing right here on the edge of the creek, and this one can only produce its own sugar or food energy as a producer in the spring, summer, and fall before it loses its leaves. Now here's one other deciduous or non-deciduous. This is an evergreen that I really like a lot, and it is called a hemlock. And its leaves are very tiny and they look like scales. So its leaves are actually like needles or scales, some people call them. So right here in this one little spot, we have seen already 3 different evergreens and 1 deciduous.